Talking to Kristen Wong-Tam yesterday, and she mentioned that you remember the fellow who died and whose body was found under the stairs over in Cabbagetown, I think it was finally identified, and there was an article in the Star about it yesterday. And I'm going to invite Lauro from Good Neighbors to come and say a word about Bill Buss.
Thank you. My name is Lauro Montero. I'm the Director of Operations at the Good Neighbors Club. For those of you that don't know us, we are a drop-in center for older men in the Moss Park area, just at Jarvis and Shooter. Bill Buss was a member of our club since 1995. So many of our people have known him for the 17 years. He was a regular and faithful member. He attended every day, 365 days a year. He'd be the first person there at 8 o'clock in the morning. He'd be the last person at 5 o'clock when we were closing the club. He was a man of few words. He was a very sweet, gentle guy. Tended to want to stay outside the periphery of a lot of the activity. We're a very busy place, lots of things coming and going. Bill kind of wanted to stay outside of that, but he loved the library we have up on the third floor, and particularly he was extremely fond of popular mechanics, anything to do with how something was built, how they made this, science around it. And he was forever, ever coming up to me and asking me trivia questions, which I, of course, never was able to answer for him. But he just loved sharing with us what he knew, what he found out, and he loved to collect the old, occasionally we would get old versions of, as folks cleaned out their libraries and were kind enough to donate it to us, old versions of Popular Mechanics, National Geographics, and he just loved those books and would just cherish them. And we're extremely sad. Obviously, the manner in which he died was horrific. For those of you that don't know, he died at Parliament and Shooter under a stairwell. And it wasn't until 3 weeks or so after his death that they were able to find his body. What makes it tragic is that we all knew him, not only the Good Neighbors Club. I understand occasionally Father Ed at the Good Shepherd would see him. He dropped in at the All Saints Friendship Center. The street nurses certainly knew him. And it's really tragic when someone is involved with that much of the community that none of us. We lost track of him back in March. We asked. We wanted to know where he was. None of the guys could get a pulse on where he was. No one had seen him. And lo and behold, we find out from the police that he died in this horrific manner. And we're very, very saddened by that, because a large part of what we do every day, as many of you here do, is we fight for the dignity of people. And this was not a very dignified way for a person to end their life. And I'm left wondering, and I've done a number of media reports today where I'm just angry. I'm upset that as a society as rich as this, we could allow a man to die like this. Maybe we couldn't have prevented him dying, but we certainly, I think, could have prevented the manner in which he died. And we're very committed at the Good Neighbors Club to continue on Bill's legacy, his name. He certainly had a lot of friends at the club. I hope through this maybe his family will come forward and we'll be able to share some of our stories with his family and friends. Thank you.